Hanky spanky. Okay, so this guy, this is the guy that we looked at. So we've done this one, and then we have set up this basic rig here. Then we rebuilt this rig. So this is the same rig, but rebuilt with a different controller. So I'm not sure if I've actually parented that correctly, but anyway, so just, yeah, it's not parented properly, so Control P. Okay, so now we're, yep, now it works. Scale test is always super good. And now what we want to do is we want to take this curve rig 2A that we've done, and we want to convert it into this one here, and we want to add these extra controls for like offset animation or you know, for whatever you may need them for. It's just another layer of controls that we can add in. So I just want to show you guys how we can, you know, how we can do that. So let's just select everything on this and duplicate it on the X. Okay, that should be our donut. Let's put it all up here. Let's select everything. Okay, and drag it out. Okay, so this is going to be our control rig 3A. So, and now we can turn off our 2A one, and let's just move this over into the middle. Hey, Shift S, selection to cursor. Okay, cool. So this is where we're at with this guy, and we want to add the extra two controls. So what we're going to do is we're just going to push him up. I'm going to take this guy, push him up, go into edit mode, delete those vertices. We might even make it smaller. And just a heads up, one of the reasons why I'm actually working this way, I'll just pin this. So one of the reasons why I'm coming in here and I'm scaling the vertices inside here and not at this level, so if I make this 1, is because like I can always come back to here, and I can, if I scale this down, then I have to remember this number. And you might say, oh, but that's okay, we can you know, we can do Control A, apply all transforms to deltas. And it's like, yeah, you can do that, it's not a problem. But I'd like to try and minimize my scale. It's just good practice as much as possible. Okay, so put this on 1. It also comes from bone rigging, like in other softwares as well. So it's just, yeah, it's a good practice to get into. Okay, so here we have our two objects and we want their color. So Control L, link materials. So now they're this bright, ugly green color. And what we want to do is we want to parent these guys to our little red donut. So Control P, and now they should be parented. So when we move this around, everything's parented, looks good. But right now, these are not parented. This purple one is not parented to this guy, and this blue one is not parented to this guy. So let's just change those parents, Control P, and everything seems okay. So let's give it a move, yep. Give it a move, yep. And nothing yet, so child to parent, Control P, and now let's take a look. Yep, everything looks okay. And so that's it. So even though there's more controls on this one initially that we were looking at, we now know that yeah, we have this extra offset control. So for example, this could easily be the shoulder This could be the top of an arm. This could be an elbow. This could be the forearm. This could be a wrist. And this would be the root, right? And then you might have a hand and everything else like that to come. So, final step, Control A, all transforms to deltas, and our rig is finished. So that is basically your graduating certificate for creating curve-based, object-based rigging for squash and stretch. Now things can get a lot more complicated to this, and we will address that in the next one. So let's just take a look at what we've covered. We've covered this guy here. And then we've looked at this rig, the basic one, using our stretch constraints. Then we rebuilt that rig. So we rebuilt that rig. Yep. And then after we rebuilt it, we also we looked at this version with the extra controls, and we built that rig as well. Okay, I'll put these up on the Discord, guys, so then that way you guys can download it. Okay, no worries.